Good day, friends. It is me, HLModTech, and a user asked how to make a beer mug cookie cutter. I've got a strategy, so let's get cracking. So, friends, the first thing was to search what is a beer mug cookie cutter. As you can see, there is a little bit of a rounded edge, a slope, a handle, and then the little bit of suds coming off. Friends, when you know those parts, it's super easy to build in Tinkercad. Check out these steps. If you've never been in Tinkercad, I always choose sign in with Google, and then we're going to hit plus and choose new 3D design. I am using the metric settings. If you want to change your settings, it's this easy. Right here, you can switch to inches if that's what you work with. I prefer millimeters, and I'll show you why as we're building. All right, so to make this a little faster, I'm going to show you my finished design. This is the mug. Like I said, cylinders up here, cylinder here for the handle, and a curved bottom. Let me show you what this looks like when it's broke apart. So I brought in something called a trapezoid. To find it, you simply search. I'm going to type trap and press enter. Bingo, it gave me the trapezoid. When it arrived, I had to rotate it. That's this handle right here. Notice you can snap inside this blue circle, so this makes it go 22.5 degrees. If I go outside, see how my mouse is a long ways away? Then it goes 1 degree at a time. Once I got it flat, I hit D to drop, and then I decided the lengths that I wanted. Now you can type lengths or you can just stretch them. That's up to you. That's the fun part of this, is you get to make it however you want. I chose mine to use the numbers 52, 40, and 70. So let's type those in. 52, press enter, 40, and then I'm doing 70 for the height. And you'll see that we have an exact match for the one over there. I chose 2 millimeters thick, and that's because we need all these items to be the same. Right now, what we need to do is make the base shape. The next piece is a cylinder, and we use it for all the other parts. I'm going to close the search window. I'm going to bring out the cylinder. Remember how this distance was 52? That means I need this to be 52. I'm going to change it to that size 2 as well. And you'll notice that fits in right down there at the bottom. That's how I gave it the curve. I did take the sides and we'll push it all the way out to 64 so that it's more smooth. We're going to use this one again for the handle, so we do Control D, which is duplicate. If you bring it out with the arrow keys, you can do Shift Nudge to make it move faster. We're going to rotate it. Notice how I stay close to the shape so it snaps to those inside lines. And I'm just going by guess and check to get it the right spot I want. And now I'm going to rotate a couple degrees to get the right angle I want. And these you can just play with. So I'm going to take this one and do Control D. I'm going to do Shift Nudge to move it up. I'm going to grab the black handle to shrink it. And I'm going to just put it where I want sud number 1 to be. I'm going to twist and arrange it and then do Control D. Notice it made it small. I'm going to delete that one because what happened was it memorized the move from before. So if I click somewhere else, I can start all over. Control D, I'm going to do Shift Nudge. I rotated it a few degrees. Stuck it where I thought looked cool. You can adjust the measurements however you want to make your own. I'm going to click a couple others so I cancel out the old memory. There's another one. And then this one, I'm going to keep the memory. So I've got that move. If I do Control D, it'll give me my other suds. And I can move them afterwards just like this. So there are my base suds. Now I just click on them and make them all a little bit different so that it looks kind of cool. You can rotate, adjust, play, whatever you want to make your beer mug look the way you want. I do want to recommend to always use the black handles though. If you use the white handles, it rotates 2 at a time, which just gets a little bit more tricky. You may be able to handle it. I just choose not to. Shrink that in there and shrink that there. I'm going to do this last little one, just a tiny nudge and squish. And friends, that's going to be my beer mug. Are you ready for this? Nudge this up just a couple clicks. And if we take all those pieces and group them, you have got the sweet shape of a cookie cutter. And it also reminds me of a cartoon character, but I don't know what his name is. Now I don't like this gap. See this tiny bit in here? So what I'm going to do is double click. So I'm editing and I'm just going to nudge this down and over so that that connects. Maybe rotate it a couple degrees just because it's fun. When I click out here, if I click out here, it regroups and I can check it again. Once again, I still see that tiny little bit. So I'm going to click up here and I'm going to nudge this one That way I'm sure they intersect. Now I've got the solid shape. And this is important for the next step. So I'm going to delete my previous one. We've got this template. And friends, what we're going to do right now is export it as an SVG. These are absolutely awesome. I'm going to name it Beer Cookie Cutter 2 because you can see I've already done this once. Boom, we hit save, switch to import, and we bring that base shape back as an SVG. Choose art and just hit import and let it come in. After a moment, your shape arrives, looks the same until you do this. Click outer line and bam, cookie cutter shape is starting to exist. Now we want our line width to be 1 and press enter. You probably want these to be round, which may make it round that time. If not, if you change the quality, boom, instant cookie cutter shape. How sweet is that? Now friends, I made this taller, so I took this height right here and I just typed 15. I thought that worked a lot better. And now I want to make it a little bit stronger. Watch this. We're going to do work plane, which is the letter W, or this button, and we're going to put the work plane up here on the edge. If we do Control D, which is duplicate, or click that button and hit D to drop, the new one rises to the top. So friends, I want this to be a bit thicker, so we're going to click on line width and press 3 and then enter. Notice it gives us that sweet shape. We're going to change the height to 1 millimeter thick, and boom, all of a sudden you've got a cookie cutter with a nice ridge that's going to make it a lot stronger. So friends, right there you are ready for 3D printing. Now I did create a second version. Notice this one has a handle on it. Let me ungroup that so you can see what I did. This is just 2 of these round roofs. I took the first one and made it a little taller, made the second one a little smaller, added some strength right here with a couple of rectangles. If we do undo, you can see that when we grouped that, since the one underneath was a hole, it subtracted it so that way it prints pretty efficiently and you've got a handle. I am not sure which of these strategies is better. The cool thing is, since I'm teaching you both ways, you can make whichever you like and then you can let me know which is your favorite. Also friends, I want to let you know if you find out your cookie design is too large or too small, check this out. If you grab both shapes, hold down Shift and stretch, it all grows at the same amount so you can make whatever size cookie you need. Friends, when you are happy with your designs, simply take them and hit export and save it as a STL file. I'm going to change this to mug cc for cookie cutter, and boom, it's ready to send for 3D printing. Friends, make sure you stay tuned to the channel. I'll show you one of these 3D printing, and hopefully someday I also get to show you a cookie that was made by the user that asked for it. Friends, of course, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please also hit that share button so more people can learn about HLModTech. Of course, if you have a question, comment, or suggestion, make sure you add it down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit that notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.